Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel The Growing Developer. In this video, we'll learn about expanded widgets, what are expanded widgets, and how we can use them to beautify our app and to add utility to our applications, right? So basically, what actually matters a lot while building applications is the UI part. And most of the times, we are not able to get the exact height and width and the exact dimensions for a UI. So there we can use expanded widgets. Now let me just show you the demo first. Now as you can see in this app, I have three containers, one with color red, green and indigo. None of the containers is having height as a parameter. That is, I haven't given any height to the containers, and yet they are evenly spaced. That's because of the expanded widgets that we have used. You can see that each container is wrapped with expanded widget. So let us see how we can also use expanded widget to make our app beautiful, right? So let's start the video.
The growing developer.
So this is the code that I have written earlier. So let's just remove all of this code because I'll be showing you how we'll be writing the code from scratch. So we'll import the material.dart package first, and we'll write the void main function. Inside this function, I'll call the runapp method, and this runapp method takes a parameter material app, and to pass home, I'll write home page. This home page is yet not created, so we'll first create a stateless widget and a home page to it. Now I'll return a scaffold from this. Now we have a skeleton ready for us. Let's just restart this app and see what we can get. There you go, a blank screen as is expected, because we have only scaffold widget. So let's quickly add an app bar, and as a title I'll be writing a text widget with Flutter expanded demo. Save it, and after this, for the body part I'll create a column has children, and it takes a list of widgets, and I'll quickly add a container with color as red, and I'll copy this container and paste it 3 times, right? There you go. I'll save it. You can see that no container is shown. Why? Because the container itself is not having any height, and the Flutter engine cannot decide which height to give, right? So let me just give it a height of 300. This container also 300, and the third container also a height of 300. This color will be green, this will be blue, and the upper one be red. Save it, and you can see that 3 container, and there you go. You can see an error. Why? Because the pixel density for our image is more than is less than 900. This height of 300 pixels, these 3 containers when combined makes up 900 pixels, and this is getting overflowed by how many pixels? You can see the error log in the debug console. So I'll just show it to you. Our Renderflex overflowed by 104 pixel. That means the total height that we have for this mobile phone inside our body parameter is around 780. That's a problem, and moreover, I just tried to arrange this container so that each container is having equal height, but we are having this problem for us. Now this is for a particular mobile phone. If I have a tablet, the problem will not be there, or rather if I have a smaller phone, the problem will be there for this widget also, right? So to tackle this problem, expanded widgets comes into picture. What do you understand by expanded? Expanded means that whatever widget that we have given, expanded means if you have given some widget some parameters, some constraints, like let me just wrap this container with expanded widget, right? Wrap with a widget, and I'll write expanded here. So I've wrapped this widget with an expanded. Now If I save it, you can see that error is gone. Why? Now whenever you wrap any widget with expanded, this parameter will be ignored. Why? Because expanded means take the left out space. That means this widget will be given 300 pixels. This container will also be given 300 pixels of height, but for the third container the height will be the left out height. That means whatever height is left. So now let me just remove the height parameter, and I'll wrap each container with expanded widgets. And expanded here, and if I just remove this height, save it, and you can see that all the containers are now equally spaced, equally managed, organized. Why? Because each container is having equal space. Why? See, first expanded means that take the space that you have, it takes up the space, but second also says that to take up the entire space, and the third also says to take up the left out space. Let's understand this by this property. We have a property known as flex. What do you understand by flex? Flex is like the ratio to which you want to divide. By default, the value of flex is 1. That means that these three containers will be divided in the ratio 1 is to 1 is to 1. Now understand this, if I give the flex value of 2 here, now these containers will be divided into ratio 2 is to 1 is to 1. That means compared to these two containers, this container will be having more space. Let's just restart this app, and you can see the change. There you go. These two containers are having equal heights, but this is having double the height of these containers, right? So if I give a flex value to this widget as 1.5 maybe, okay, you can't pass a decimal to this flex value, so I'll just write 2 here, save it, and now you can see that these two containers are having equal heights, but this is not having, because for this expanded container we have the flex value to 1. So 2 is to 2 is to 1. That means if we have 5 parts, okay, understand by this logic, suppose the screen is having 5 parts, right? So I have given the flex value of 2 to this, and 2 similarly 2 to this, and the flex value by default is 1 for him. Now out of these 5 parts, 2 parts will be given to the first widget, and 2 parts will be given to the second widget, and similarly 1 part will be given to the third widget, right? That's how you can arrange the widgets using expanded and flex, right? And expanded can also be used to give proper sizes to the widgets and to align the widgets as you want. Let me just show you by an example. If I just remove everything from here, I'll write a container and give it a height of 200 and a color of green, save it, and you can see that a container is there. If I want to align this container in center, for sure you can align this container by center widget or by the main axis alignment of the column widget, but sometimes you are needed to align the widget. Sometimes these properties don't work because of the parent widgets, right? So for that I can write an expanded widget here, and as a child I'll pass an empty container. Now see what happens. You save it. See, this container is shifted right to the bottom. Why? Because expanded means take up the whole space that is not given to any widget. So 100 pixels were given to this container and whole space was empty, so this expanded took up the space. Now if I copy this widget from here and paste it below this container, now you can see that this container is shifted to center. Why? Because this much space and this much space equally were distributed, and this was given, right? Now you can also play with the flex properties here. If I give it a flex value of 2, that means I want the upper space to be more than the lower space, so just save it and you can see that. So how to understand this? This whole page is divided into 4 parts, out of which one part is given 200 height, which is fixed. Other 3 parts are left out, will be given equal heights, and 2 parts will be covered by this expanded widget, right? So that's all for this video. Hope you understand the concept behind expanded widgets. It is of great utility to UIs, and we will be using it a lot as you saw on the starting that we tackle the problem of Renderflex overflow. See, be it be any size, this space will be automatically given by expanded widget. So the size of the device doesn't matter if you are using expanded widget. So that's all for this video. Hope you like this video. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please write in the comments how was this concept and are you able to understand this, and if you want any other concept to be discussed, feel free to write in the comment box. I'll try to make a video out of it as soon as possible. And so that's it. Hope you're having a nice day. Goodbye. Thank you so much for watching.